Welcome to one more episode of the She Means Business podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about something very interesting for us women that I notice that is getting more and more awareness. Welcome to the She Means Business Master Society podcast, where we empower entrepreneurs to thrive in their journey. In each episode, we dive deep into the world of entrepreneurship. We've faced our fair share of challenges, and that's why we've created this space. Here, we will connect with incredible guests, key figures in their fields who have navigated the ups and downs of their entrepreneurial careers. Together, we will share our experiences, insights, and tools that can help you elevate your business to new heights. So, get ready to be inspired, motivated, and equipped with the knowledge you need to succeed. Let's jump into today's episode. Comenzamos. She Means Business. And for that, we have my friend Sarit Shoshani. Hi. Welcome, my friend. She is a melasma expert. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course. No, I'm excited to talk about this, Sarit, because I know, well, first of all, let's go back real quick because Sarit is part of the She Means Business Campaign 2025, which I am so happy and proud to announce. And also, we're going to be sharing in that book your story in how you became the amazing entrepreneur you are, how you are thriving in this so competitive, you can say, right, world.
Yes, definitely.
Right. So tell me a little bit about your story, how you came to the States, because you're originally from
Israel.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
tell me about that a little bit, because we don't want to give it in.
Yeah. Like, in short, I'm almost 45, and I've been struggling with melasma in the past 20 years, I would say. And it's been a very vicious struggle. So as someone that know how it feels and was looking for a solution without any real result, any real answer, it became a life mission. And what led to that was 5 years ago in 2020, after a long vacation in Mexico, my melasma got the worst condition it has ever been. And that actually gave me a purpose, because I was done looking in the mirror and not liking what I see. I felt ashamed, I felt dirty, I felt like great skin can never happen to me. So I put a stop to that. I went to school, I got my license, and I started to acquire my knowledge. I immediately niched down because, as you said, it's a competitive industry, but not for melasma. I don't know many melasma experts.
So melasma, because, okay, so let's just pretend I'm a 5-year-old and you're explaining to a 5-year-old what melasma is.
So melasma is a type of hyperpigmentation. Hyperpigmentation is overproduction of melanin. It's what gives us the pigment. So melasma is dark patches on your skin, which millions of women around the world are struggling with. And it's becoming more and more all over the world.
Wow. So you, after going through this problem, because it's a problem, it's a skin condition. Can you say it's a skin condition?
It is a skin condition, but you shouldn't treat it as a skin issue.
Ooh, I want to hear more about that.
I'm sure we're going to talk about that later.
So, okay, so we're going to definitely talk about that and how it works. But so you went through that struggle personally. You didn't like the person you were whenever you saw yourself in the mirror. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to fix this. Were you going to doctors to treat it as well? Were you using
For sure,
anything?
definitely.
Of course, yeah.
I was going to doctors, dermatologists, estheticians. I was trying every cream, every laser, every magical serum, every trend, just to get disappointed. Like, nothing has worked, not really, nothing has ever last. So even if I'll get some improvement, it would never last. And I was always asking myself, why? Why does it happen to me? Why me? And then social media rises, and you see, all those beautiful girls, and perfect skin, perfect glass skin. And I'm like, why couldn't this be me? And it made me really sad. And I really lost my confidence, hiding behind filters. And back in the days, the filters were really bad. Not like today. Today they're pretty good.
There were those filters that would erase your nose and erase every single feature, so
But
you have a
if you
flawless
move a
skin.
little bit, you lose the filter, right? Yeah. So I was hiding behind. So I was hiding behind filters. I was hiding behind makeup, heavy makeup. It was a horrible time for me as a woman.
So you're like, that's it. I am going to do it myself. But how?
That's it. I'm going to make a revolution. I'm going to create a movement. So it took a lot of confidence, a lot of self-belief, because after I finished school, I had literally nothing. No experience, no funds, no knowledge, because let's be honest, at school, you don't get the knowledge that you need to be successful, to really understand skin. It's up to you to acquire that knowledge. So I was looking for it, for online courses. I took many, but still I felt like something is missing. I felt like something was missing. All those course was teaching you about melasma is that you are producing a certain hormone. They never taught you what causes you to produce that hormone. It's called MSH, the melanin stimulate hormone. So as I was going, advertising on Facebook and Instagram about melasma, I saw more and more women coming to me after a series of failures. Those women spent thousands of dollars, lost a lot of money, expectations, lost a lot of time.
And self-confidence, self-love, I'm sure.
Self-confidence, they really were hopeless coming to me. I was like their last resort. So I'm really happy and I'm really proud of myself that I'm the woman that they gave one last chance, because I see myself as the first and last stop. After me, you don't need to go to any doctor. You don't need to go to any esthetician. I give you all the tools that you need. That's why I created the 20% in clinic, 80% at home, 100% result trademark system. Now I treat melasma not only from the outside, like everyone else does, like everyone else do, but I treat it from the inside out. Because the truth that no one ever told us is that melasma is not a skin condition. It's not a topical condition. It's a biological terrain issue.
Wow. So breaking news, you guys, because
Breaking
this is
news.
exactly what you learn, especially for women our age, right? We're in the same
Yes,
level, right? In the same
yes,
age
yes.
level. And usually, whenever you're young, you see this woman. I'm a Latina, so I saw my tias and everyone growing up that had melasma. And I'm like, well, I guess that's it. I guess I'm going to have melasma too, because I thought in my head that was hereditary, one. And then I learned that it was not hereditary, that it was also coming from the sun, or it was also coming from some sort of lifestyle, but there was nothing that really proved that it could be treated. Once you had it, that's it. That's what you thought, right? And then you became the melasma guru, right? I mean, you're really treating and really solving that issue in a lot of women. It's amazing how many women have to go through this without even knowing that there's actually something you can do from the inside out.
Exactly. Because all they tell us is that melasma caused due to hormonal imbalance in the body. Okay, but what caused that imbalance? So I have another breaking news for you. Don't blame the sun for melasma, because the sun doesn't cause melasma. The sun only inflames what's already inflamed in your body.
Oh, wow. Okay. Another breaking news. Did you hear that? So it's not the sun, my loves.
It's not the sun. Again,
Wow.
Let's compare our skin and our body to an aquarium, okay? So, imagine yourself an aquarium with a golden fish inside. The fish is your skin. The aquarium is your biological terrain. Most professionals treat the fish, aka the skin. While if the water is dirty, the fish cannot thrive in that environment. So, especially in those days that we are living in, that we are surrounded by many, many toxic everywhere from every direction, you see it more and more. We are living in a very toxic environment that contaminates our body and affecting our whole system. And us as women, we are the first to be affected by the hormonal system, our endocrine system.
So whenever I love that about the fish and the water. So the water meaning is something we can control, right? Because
Exactly.
well, we can't, but we can, because we can't control the environment, right? Everything that is attacking us, but we can control what we filter towards us, meaning what we eat, what we are surrounded. You were talking about the water just the other day, the type of water that you drink in order to be able to have that beautiful skin.
Exactly. You cannot have beautiful skin if your environment is dirty, if you have toxicity overload. Our skin is the biggest organ. It's an exit organ. When everything else is overload, your liver is overload, your kidneys cannot filter enough. Where do you think the toxic is gonna come out? The skin is the last resort. Is your body trying to call for help? When you have a skin issue, and it's not necessarily melasma, it can be acne, it be rosacea, it can be psoriasis. It's a 911 call from your skin, from your body.
Whoa.
Okay, your body is screaming for help. And when you go into doctors and esthetician and they give you another cream, another peel, another laser, you are ignoring your body language. Your body is talking to you. So there is no cream that can buy you a healthy skin. There is no laser that can buy you a healthy skin. There is no magical outside topical solution. It have to start from the inside.
So whenever we talk about changing the environment, we also talk about what we put into our bodies. That is also the diet, right? I mean, the food and, well, we talk about the water, but about the food, right? Your food intake has to be also very, very clean.
Yes.
And I love that you also said that it's your body screaming for help. So that little pimple or that little rash that you had in your skin,
Exactly.
it doesn't matter what part of your body, that is your body saying, hey, something is wrong in the inside.
Exactly.
Wow.
So healthy skin is achievable by diet and lifestyle. Because you were mentioning the genetic part, right?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something about genetics. So yes, maybe your mom had melasma, but the fact that someone from your family had melasma, that it's in your genes, it's just loading the gun. It's not pulling the trigger. What pulling the trigger is your lifestyle choices. If you eat
So
bad,
true.
if you drink bad, if you are surrounded by toxic products, it will show up on your skin.
So you are the one pulling the trigger, no one else. You
It's-
have that in
yeah.
your genetics. You can change that actually, or make sure that it doesn't affect you that much by eating healthy and everything. You mentioned that you trademark your 2080 system,
Yes,
right? For
yes.
100% results.
Yes.
So tell me about that.
Yes, of course. So this slogan, that trademark, what it says is that only 20% of your results are going to come from the treatment room, while the rest of the 80% are going to come from home. So it's not only your home care, because it doesn't matter. I can give you the best cream in the world. If you're not going to do the change from inside, if you're not going to take responsibility, that cream is not going to save you. So when I'm saying 80% at home, that's your home care, but it's also a change in your diet and lifestyle. Now, 100% result doesn't mean that your melasma is going to disappear, because there is never 100% gone. Or I get some messages sometimes, I want to remove my melasma. You cannot remove melasma. You can fade it away, you can brighten it, you can fade it. So the 100% result means that if you do the 20% plus the 80%, you're going to get the maximum result that your body can achieve. Because sometimes, and unfortunately I see it more and more, people are coming to me with irreversible damage. They're already done too much. Too many laser sessions, too many microneedling sessions. So as I always say, the more failed treatments that you are going to do, it's getting you one step closer to irreversible damage to melanocytes, because melanocytes doesn't have stem cells. Okay? Melanocytes, again, those are the cells that's responsible for our pigment. So melanocytes don't have stem cells. They cannot regenerate.
Oh, okay. So the stem cells cannot regenerate. So once you have it, you cannot turn it back, but you can avoid it getting worse, right? That's what I'm understanding, correct?
So once you have damage to the melanocytes, they cannot regenerate, and your pigmentation, your melasma, get fixated.
Okay.
And then it's an irreversible condition, and I see it, unfortunately, at least once a week. And
Wow.
I'm the one that needs to break them the bad news.
Right.
But at least I'm honest, because for me, integrity is above everything. So they won't keep chasing after the next pill, the next chemical pill, the next microneedling, the next laser that's going to save them.
But this is the thing, Sarit, and we go to people like you that know about this, right? So I trust you, right? I trust the person that says, no, you need this package that has 40 lasers a year because this is a membership. Take that membership. This is what's going to help you. I trust. Because I don't know what I don't know, right? But then here you are jumping into social media, jumping into TikTok, jumping into interviews, telling people it's like, get informed, right?
Yes.
And if you come to Sarit's clinic, or her little boutique is so cute, it's amazing how honest she is. And I experienced it firsthand whenever you're like, so this is what's happening, right? Remember my problem I had in my scalp?
Yeah.
And she told me exactly what was happening. I mean, she didn't lie to me. She's just like, this is what happened. But in that particular case, you couldn't really do anything because it was not your area, right? But
true.
melasma is her thing. Can you share with us any, well, I know you have a lot of them, but can you share with us some success stories from some of your patients?
Absolutely. I have many.
I know you do.
Fortunately for me, one of the best stories I heard, and I never shared it with anyone, so it's another scoop for you.
Ooh.
I had a lady that was mistakenly, people was thinking she is the nanny. Whenever they saw her with her kids, they mistakenly thought she's the nanny. And once we were done with the treatment and she got her melasma cleared, she came to me, she hugged me, she cried, and she told me, I'm so thankful. People don't think I'm the nanny anymore.
Wow.
And that's just, a reminder for me to why I'm doing what I'm doing. Because when a woman is smiling and telling me, I threw off my makeup, I don't wear makeup anymore,
Oof.
I got my confidence back, that means the world to me, because I know exactly how it feels, because I was exactly like them. So for me, it's a privilege to be the one that finally showed them the path.
Right. The right path. the right path. And
Exactly.
I know you have a lot of experiences like that. And just recently, some of your videos went viral because of this reason. Because was it you who posted? Yeah, you were the one who
Yes.
posted about somebody telling their experience of going with you and through this process that you gave them. Can you share that?
So first of all, I want to say finally, finally, after almost 3 years, it's very hard, especially, when I came from nothing. I knew nothing about how to run a business. I was overwhelmed doing everything by myself. No one helped me. So, social media, you struggle. You in the 200, 300 views jail, right?
Yep.
So
I'm in there in TikTok. Can't pass that.
So thank you, TikTok. Finally, I went viral on the weekend. A few of my videos went viral. Amazing when your phone is blowing
feeling,
up.
yeah.
You feel it. You feel like, oh my God, this is it. This is my break. I made it. Finally. So yeah, the first video that blew up, and currently at this moment when we are filming, it's over 150K views. It's a lady that reached out to me less than 2 months ago from California. We did an online consultation. I shipped her my products.
Oh.
We discussed about what needs to be done from the inside. And that's a lady that's struggling with melasma for 11 and a half years.
Wow, that's a long time.
Can you imagine that?
Is she like our age, middle age?
Yeah,
young.
she's
Yeah,
our
like
age.
Okay,
She's
so super
on-
young. Yeah. Okay.
She's on the, yes, definitely. She's on the darker skin tone, which is always harder to treat.
Oh.
She's been trying everything, and I hear that all the time. People are saying, "I tried everything. What else can you give me? What's new?" But then I shipped her my depigmenting home care kit, and together with lifestyle adjustment, in as little as a few weeks, she saw life-changing results. So she flew especially for Vegas to visit me, just to give me a hug. And then I asked her, "Do you mind me film this?"
film
She said,
it,
"Of
yeah.
course." And yes, and that video
That's the one that went viral.
went viral, and yeah, I understand why.
Yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely. I think that, well, first of all, saying I was you once and I treated myself and these are the results. You have to see this woman's skin. I mean, I'm not telling you the lies. I mean, the cameras usually don't show exactly how she looks. You barely wear makeup, right? And her skin is so beautiful, and it's like, really goals, and it definitely shows the power that you have in really learning and training, training, right? Other people, or guiding them through the process of getting to the skin, wonderful skin.
Yeah.
So congratulations on your viral TikTok. That is amazing. That shows us that it pays off to show up, right? To show up to
Another
everything.
achievement.
Another achievement.
Marked.
Yes. And I hope it stays like that because she
Yes.
is very knowledgeable. She knows a lot about this skin problem. And I feel that we need more of that because in my world, there is no one else that treats directly this. I think you're the only one in town that I know of.
I think you're right.
Yes.
Yes.
So congratulations for that too, because you're a
Thank you.
pioneer. Usually, there's people that
Thank you.
specializes in so many things, but then we have Sarit that she specializes in melasma, and you're doing it right, really taking people away from all these medications, all these treatments that are very expensive that really don't show results. So, what is next for Sarit? You already have the TikToks, you already have the stories, what tells us how successful people are with your treatments.
It's already in motion. So during that weekend, I received hundreds of messages from people from all around the world.
Wow.
And it made me think, how can I help that woman in Dubai? How can I help that woman in Kuwait? I cannot start
traveling,
shipping my products
or that
all over the world. So I'm proud to announce that a Melasma master course going to be launched soon, and it's going to be available online for every woman to purchase in one click and to learn how to start heal herself from the inside at the comfort of her own home.
That's amazing, Sarit. What a great thing to do, because as you said, you cannot be everywhere. But now you are kind of multiplying yourself by creating a course on how to treat this. So now let me understanding. So the person in Dubai and the person here in Vegas, or the person that it's in let's say Dallas, right? So it's only like one treatment for melasma? Is it going to be the same for everyone? I mean, you change your diet, you change your lifestyle, you do all these treatments. Is it the same for everyone?
It's definitely not the same because we are all different. For example, someone can have PCOS that inflames her melasma. Someone else can have a different issue. It can be estrogen. Mostly, it's about our estrogen. So we need to take a look what's causing that. Mostly, and like most of the time, it starts from the gut, from our gut health, because our gut considered to be our second brain.
Yep.
If something is wrong there, it's affecting the whole system. Again, the aquarium. You need to clean your biological terrain.
Wow. Okay. So yeah. We are back. Ladies and gentlemen, we're Sarit Shoshani, and we were talking about how she treats her patients and in her clinic. And I just want to know, so what is the first step? What does the client experience look like?
So the first step would be definitely to reach out to me.
Okay.
And book a consultation, whether in the clinic or online. So I don't treat anyone without doing consultation first, because it's not only about your hyperpigmentation type, it's also about the severity, how deep it is, your medical history, and also your history of treatments. Because again, the more failed treatments you had in the past, it makes it harder to correct and sometimes irreversible, and I don't want to just take your money. If I think I cannot help you, I will let you know. So we started the consultation, and then it's not a one and done. A lot of people looking for quick fixes. They're looking for one magical treatment, one magical chemical peel, one magical laser. Not here, not at my clinic, because it doesn't work like this. You have to put in the work. I always say that to my client. I have them sign the waivers. I'm only 20%. We do the treatment in the clinic. I'll give you the tools. I'll give you the knowledge. I'll give you everything that you need. I'll be with you every step of the way. But if you're not going to put on the work at home, nothing is going to happen. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to be 100% starting tomorrow, but little steps, baby steps. Every small change
will
get
lead you to it
closer to achieving your goals, your skin goals.
Absolutely. So once, consultation, and then people go through the process. And how long a process is normally? Because I know it can look different for everyone, but let's say normally.
So with my new system, people starting to see incredible results in as little as 2 weeks.
Wow, so it could be fast or depending.
Yeah.
Well, we need to make that disclaimer, is depending. Okay.
Again, depending on the type of pigmentation, because there is sun damage, for example, is much easier and faster to correct than severe melasma. So melasma also have a few levels. If it's a superficial melasma, the change is going to happen sooner. If it's a very severe melasma, more than 5 years, a history of failed treatments, that's going to be harder and longer to correct.
I look at this as whenever you have a trainer, right? You want to lose weight. And it's like, they can give you the best training. They can be you, if it is like a nutritionist, they can be you the best diet. But if you don't put the work at home, if you really don't make those baby steps, right, baby changes in your life, things are not going to change. And you have to remember that pigmentation didn't got there just next day. It happened through time, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it's accumulation of melanin. It's accumulation of damage. Like your pigmentation, your melasma didn't appear overnight. It's the same of getting rid of it, of treating
Exactly.
it.
Yes.
It doesn't happen overnight. And then the work is for a lifetime. You always have the potential that it's going to come back.
Oh.
That's why it's important to support from the inside, because it's inflammation.
Mm-hmm.
Melasma is inflammation. Something is inflamed inside. That's why you hear a lot of people, oh, I went on vacation, I went to the sun, it all came back. It's because you didn't resolve the root cause. You have to address the root cause. I just got back from Mexico 2 weeks ago, and I said, you know what, this time I'm gonna test on myself. I'm gonna let it go. I'm not afraid of the sun anymore. I declared it. And guess what happened? I was a week on the beach. Nothing happened. My melasma didn't come back. Why? Because I knew that my body is clean, that I addressed the root cause.
Wow. So you were able to enjoy the sun back again without being concerned of that coming back.
No, don't get me wrong. It's not like I lay down and get a tan, okay?
Okay.
But I still enjoyed my time. I even got a little bit tan.
Okay.
Here and there, didn't wear a hat, wasn't so strict. And
You weren't scared.
concerned. I wasn't scared of the sun. I was like, you know what? The sun is not the enemy, and it's not. But right now, at the position that women with melasma are at, I understand that it's hard for them to see that.
Absolutely.
And this is my job, to enlighten them and their skin.
And their skin. Well, listen to the expert, Sarit Shoshani. How can people find you?
So definitely through Google search, Skin Shine by Sarit. My location is here in Las Vegas, 7965 West Sahara Avenue. You can call 702-296-8730. Social media, Skin Shine by Sarit, TikTok, Instagram. Give me a follow. It helps.
It helps. It helps a lot. And you know what? I think that the more informed you are about a problem, any type of problem, the better. And definitely Sarit is the person to go when it comes to melasma. So I want to thank you so much for being here, for being part of the campaign, because you really deserve, you really mean business. She does mean business. And I am so proud to have you. And don't forget that we are going to be launching this book in October 11th. We have a beautiful art gallery where we're going to be displaying all the beautiful women that are in the campaign. So you cannot miss that. If for some reason, or if you know of somebody that can be part of this campaign, or you think that deserve being part of this campaign, please go ahead and share with them. There's a link on this bio of this channel, so you can send that to them, because I know there's a lot more stories, success stories like Sarit's. You have to read this story. You guys are not going to be disappointed. There's a reason why this person is where she is, and I am so proud of you. I've seen your growth after a few years of knowing you.
Yeah.
Anything you would like to add to this?
I mean, I just want to thank all my clients, all those amazing women that chose me, that I know that at the point that they came to me, they were like, they lost hope. They were desperate, they were miserable, they believed nothing is going to work, but they still chose to believe in me. So without them, I wouldn't be where I am today. So I want to thank all my amazing clients.
Well, thanks to them, because that we have her. So thank you so much to you for tuning in, and make sure that you follow us, because this helps a lot. We are bringing a lot of information to this channel and She Means Business, so make sure you follow. My name is Jaqueline Andrea. This was Sarit Shoshani. You're going to see more of this woman around Las Vegas. She's going to become famous. I already know that. So please stay tuned for more of Sarit, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of the She Means Business podcast. Hasta luego. Thank you for listening to the She Means Business Master Society podcast. We will see you in the next episode.